It's the Daily Doug.
Hey y'all, welcome back to the Daily Doug. Thanks for being with me today. My friends, you have arrived on a Friday. It's the end of another week, and we deserve, quite frankly, a Masterpiece Friday. And I think I have the masterpiece of all masterpieces for y'all today. It's Comfortably Numb by Pink Floyd. Yes, it is a Pink Floyd Friday. I am happy that you are here. I actually have all of my Pink Floyd albums out behind me. I have become a massive Pink Floyd fan, especially over the last 3 or 4 years. I am very late to the party, but thankfully the party is still going strong, and I appreciate y'all inviting me in and giving me a drink and toasting me and say, all right, glad that you're here, Doug. So as I got to November of last year, on my Patreon, we were scheduled to do another Extended Play Lounge episode. These Extended Play Lounges happen twice a month, and in these episodes, I review entire albums. And we've got over 40 episodes like this on my Patreon now. And this one, when it came time to do it, the wall won our poll, and I said, okay, let's dive in. All 4 sides, y'all. I have not heard the entire album before doing this reaction last November. I had heard Comfortably Numb before. I'd heard a couple other songs from this album, but I had not heard it all the way through, and I didn't really appreciate the full narrative concept album content that was included in that. So it was really wonderful to experience that, and I'm happy to share that with y'all here. When I reacted to this, you'll notice that my copy of The Wall, which is back here, is not behind me. So when I reacted to this, I did not have the vinyl, but I was able to find on YouTube tracks where we had all of side 1 and all of side 2 and all of side 3 all together uninterrupted. And so that's what I used to do this reaction. So as you see this, we're going to be joining the music in progress as it is segueing from Bring the Boys Home into Comfortably Numb as we finish side 3 of 4. So I am pleased to share my reaction to the studio version of Comfortably Numb with y'all now. Okay, so we're getting into Comfortably Numb, y'all. And I've read of the backstory of this for earlier reactions to this song, but I've never heard it in this context before. So that's so interesting. So he's in his hotel room still. He's been in his hotel room the whole time with the TV on, right? Slowly going nuts. And so I think his managers and a doctor enter and they inject him with a drug to try to snap him back to relative normality so that he can play a show later that day. And it actually happened to Roger in Philadelphia, I think in 1977, where he ended up being injected with, I think, a tranquilizer of sorts, and then ended up playing most of a show numb. And it's turned into one of their iconic tunes. They also benefit from the drastic color difference between Roger's voice and David's. David's has a smoothness and a velvetyness to it, where Roger's is the intensity and the guts, and the intense humanity. David's isn't like that. Flat 7, 4, 1. Beautiful. And then we get this solo in the major key. Down to 5. third, and we go up to flat 7, the C chord, and then that is 4 to G. Back to C, back to G, and then we move back up, make it brighter and with the A chord, but darker with the C, and then the 4th down to G, then the 4th down to D. Then return to the minor key, B minor, relative minor. I don't know if it's the LP or if it's the quality of these headphones. The keyboards in the background I hear more clearly than I think I've heard before.
It's time to go. There is no pain, you are receding. A distant ship, smoke on the horizon. You are only coming through in waves. Your lips move, but I can't hear what you're saying. When I was a child, I caught a fleeting glimpse out of the corner of my eye. I turned to look, but it was gone. I cannot put my finger on it now. The child is grown, the dream is gone. I have become comfortably numb.
It's been a long time since I heard the original recording of this. I don't think I've ever listened to it with these. It's an amazing sound. Got a low B today. So it's now this one's in the minor key, right? B down to A. Y'all know the chords, but I'm telling you anyway. G down to E. It's just iconic. Amazing. And that's gonna fade out. Side 3. I mean, yeah, that's David at his best, I think, you know. And in the context of the story, it does have that smokiness, that haze to it. You know, it's got that that sort of quality to it that works for our character being in that situation. You know, y'all, every time I hear it, I just get transported. The song is so magical. You know, we all have these songs where we've listened to them hundreds, maybe even thousands of times, and we never get old of them. This one's like that for me. It's so, so good. You know, I have included Comfortably Numb on the channel previously. That was in late April of last year, and we had been celebrating International Guitar Month during April. And in that reaction, I did the Pulse live version because it was slightly preferred by my community over the original studio recording, I think, to keep the original studio recording fresh for me once I got to it, right? In that reaction, I also included the band's song, Hey Hey Rise Up, as they were voicing support for Ukraine in the early days of the Russian invasion. But, you know, as the channel has grown, y'all, we're now closing in on close to 600 episodes of the Daily Doug. I can't believe we've done that many. But I decided that the original studio version of this song, of Comfortably Numb, deserves to have its own episode here on the channel, as I consider it one of the top 5 Guitar God songs of all time. Sadly, the full version of the reaction that's on my Patreon remains blocked on YouTube. What I did was, soon after doing the full version, I thought, you know, if I could split this up into one side, you know, or one video with sides 1 and 2 and one video with sides 3 and 4, I can release that to the YouTube audience at some point. And YouTube said, yeah, no, you can't. So it's been blocked for months and months and months. But I am pleased to finally get my reaction to the studio version of Comfortably Numb here on the channel. And I thank y'all for your support and for hanging out and for listening to Comfortably Numb, one of the classics, all-time classics with me. Thanks, friends. We'll see you next time on another edition of The Daily Doug.
It's the Daily Doug. Welcome to the Daily Doug. The Daily